Greetings, Mercer County Special Services School District and school community. I am Matt Carey, Superintendent of Schools, and welcome to another episode of the Superintendent's View. On this episode, I will be taking you through some highlights that occurred here over the summer, as well as taking you through a State of the Schools presentation to let everybody know where we stand in our strategic plan, as well as some of the things we've done over the course of the past year. So first and foremost, I'd like to talk a little bit about the summer. We had a very robust ESY program this year. We serviced over 400 students. It was a really nice program. We had a lot of staff that came in from other school districts to work for us. So it was a new group of people, along with our veteran staff who works ESY. A lot of great things happened. A lot of learning occurred, as well as some fun summer activities. Also in the summer, we make a really concerted focus on our facilities. In the PowerPoint presentation that I'll be sharing with you about the state of the schools, I'll be talking to you a lot about our facilities and upgrades and ROD grants and things along those lines. But just over the summer, we really do a deep cleaning. We get our floors polished and get everything shined up and ready to go for our students. So we are ready for our students to come in on September 5th. Next, I'd like to talk to you a little bit about staffing. Staffing is a very important part of what we do here at Mercer County Special Services School District because we have so many staff members. A great job is always done by our Manager of Human Resources, Maria Deemer. I just wanted to give her a shout out because she works so hard day in and day out to ensure that we have the staffing that we need in each of our 3 schools to operate each day. A big, exciting thing that happened is we were awarded a $1.4 million grant for post-school outcomes. Another big shout out on this one to our Assistant Superintendent, Mrs. Kristen Taylor, and her team. This is a 2-year grant, and this is really to bolster our post-secondary programs for students 18 to 21 years of age. We do have some administrative changes this year as we start the new school year. One of our changes is that Miss Tammy Lascar is now our principal at the MES school, and Miss Carlene Murthel has moved to the JFC school to serve as the principal. And then on top of that, we have moved a couple of supervisors into some new places, but we are ready to go with our administrative team. Next up, I'd like to talk to you a little bit about the ROD grants. I'll go into detail in the State of the Schools presentation, but it's really important because this is a huge award from the state of New Jersey that also gets supplemented by the county government. A big thank you to our county executive, Mr. Dan Benson, and the county commissioners for their commitment to our schools. We did receive $5.8 million in ROD grants, and it was matched by $5.1 million from the county government, and then as well as us supplementing $4.8 million out of our capital reserve to address a lot of the facilities issues that we have going on throughout our schools. Technology has been a big improvement for us over the last 2 years. Big shout out to Mr. Anthony Giovanetti, our technology manager. Him and his team have taken a concerted effort. We have added 48 new Promethean boards to classrooms in our districts. These are interactive boards that our students can be actively engaged in with a litany of education and instructional programs, as well as fun programs that you can do through these Promethean boards. 48 is great, but we're going to keep going. We want one in every single classroom. And last but not least, I just want to say that we are ready to go. Staff will be coming in on September 3rd for 2 days of in-service training, and then our students will be joining us on September 5th. Our staff has done just an amazing job getting ready for the school year. As I enter into my 3rd year as the superintendent of schools, I just want to say how proud and thankful I am to serve as your superintendent of schools, and I think the future is really bright here at Mercer County Special Services. Thank you. In this next segment of the Superintendent's View, I'd like to take you through the 2024 State of the Schools presentation. On this first slide, we just wanted to share some feel-good pictures with you, and each of these represent the culminating activity at the end of the regular school year. In our first picture, we had our Luau and Family Fun Day at the JFC school. The second picture is the 8th grade graduation from MES, and then the final picture is one of our high school graduates at the MHS graduation. In this next slide, I'd like to share with you our district mission statement. The Mercer County Special Services School District is committed to serve as a catalyst for providing innovative, integrated programs and services. We serve individuals with significant disabilities, as well as meeting the specialized needs of districts and agencies. Through leadership and the collaboration efforts of staff, family, sending districts, and the community, the district will equip individuals with the skills necessary to successfully function in their environment. In this next slide, I'd like to share a little bit about who we are. Here at Mercer County Special Services, we proudly serve over 32 sending districts. We've been in business since 1977. We have 3 schools currently housing students: the Joseph F. Capella School, which is pre-K to 3rd grade, the Mercer Elementary School, which is grades 4 through 8, and then Mercer High School, which serves students 9 through 12, and then transition students for 18 to 21 years of age. We also have in-house services such as maintenance and grounds, custodial, safety and security, student-related services, health, and nursing services. And then our food services are contracted services. Up in the top right-hand corner, you'll see one of my favorite classrooms to visit at the JFC school. In this next slide, I will talk to you a little bit about our student enrollment. The reason that we keep such a close eye on enrollment here at Mercer County Special Services is because this is what our budget is based on. We do enrollment projections, and then our budget is based off of that. I did a 3-year look back, and if you look at the 3 schools and then the total, you'll see there isn't much fluctuation from year to year. We're talking about maybe a half dozen or to a dozen students from year to year, but it's important. Enrollment is really what drives our budget. So the more students we have enrolled, the better our budget will look each year. We have a picture on the right of just a really good water day over at MES, which was just such a fun activity. In this next slide, I'd like to talk a little bit about our 24-25 budget. Budget is developed the year before through our local means. A big shout out to our business administrator, Ms. Debbie Donnelly, and her team. And then we meet with the county for the Board of School Estimates to finalize our budget each year. Spending is correlated to student enrollment, as I said in the last slide, and our enrollment estimate is made off of students who graduated the year before and then returning students coming back. Certified tuition rates and funds to sending districts, we did return $1.4 million, which reflected the 24-25 revenue projections. A great thing, and I'll talk a little bit more about this, is our ROD grants. Something to always keep in mind is health benefits. Health benefit costs are continuing to rise in the state of New Jersey. Last year, they rose 8%, and we are anticipating another raise in health benefit costs in January of 2025. We also have risk insurance, but we do keep a fund balance to mitigate that risk. And then a big thank you to the county government for the local tax levy support of $5 million this year, which was a 51% increase over the prior year's budget. In this next slide, I'd like to talk to you a little bit about our facilities. As I mentioned, we do have 3 schools that are occupied by Mercer County Special Services School District students, but we do currently have 5 buildings under our control. The first is the JFC school, which I mentioned. This school was built in 1993, and we are currently looking at about $5.5 million in estimated updates and repairs. Second is our Mercer Elementary School. This is our newest school. This was built in 2005, but we are looking at approximately $5.3 million in updates and repairs as well. And then our oldest school is the Mercer High School, built in 1987. We are currently estimating $11.7 million in updates and repairs needed for that building. And then we do have the central administration, which is located on the 2nd floor of the MES building. There are 2 other schools that we manage, which is the Regional Day School. This was built in 1984, and it's currently rented to the Arc of Mercer County. This is a new 5-year agreement that we're really excited about. And then our 5th school is the Reed School, built in 1950, and this is currently rented by the Rubino School. In this slide, I'd like to show you the available ROD grants that have been awarded to Mercer County Special Services. In this chart, it itemizes all of the monies that were available. As in the last slide, we mentioned $14.6 million of necessary upgrades and repairs. That current estimate has increased over last year because costs keep going up, but ROD grants were $5.8 million. We had $4.4 million in capital reserve to dedicate to these projects. And then another big shout out to the county government for supplementing those ROD grants with $5.1 million. And in this slide, I'd like to talk to you a little bit about our capital improvement projects. These are projects that we are doing internally with our own funds that are in capital reserve or through funding from the county. A couple of things that we're excited about are new playgrounds, dividers in the gym, upgrading our lighting system, as well as our generators, security lighting, phones, and some other really important things that need to get done. You can see a picture there on the right of our students playing on the playground. And although they have smiling faces and are having a great time, a lot of those apparatuses are very old and need replacing. In this next slide, I'd like to talk to you about a little bit about our human resources. Obviously, the human resources is the backbone of our district. These are the people that work every day with the students who come to our schools. We have 6 administrators at the building level, 4 administrators in central administration. We have 10 central support staff, 162 certified staff, 93 instructional assistants, 99 one-on-one aides, 8 crisis interventionists, 17 custodians, and then 13 secretary, IT techs, or specialists serving our district. In this slide, I'd like to mention some of the points of pride that we have here at Mercer County Special Services. Since 2022, we have taken a concerted effort to upgrade our instructional technology. We've placed 48 new Prometheum interactive boards in classrooms. We also really facilitate amazing programs for our students that are real-life programs as you would find in a similar high school. We did receive a $1.4 million grant this year for maximizing post-school outcomes. We're constantly in contact with our local stakeholders. We have partnerships with organizations such as the YMCA. Our Green Team initiatives have been wonderful around our buildings, really upgrading the buildings and grounds. We've made a strong commitment to behavioral therapy and intervention with certified BCBAs and RBTs. And we also, as I mentioned in the one slide about facilities, we've gone into a 5-year agreement with the ARC of Mercer County so that they will have a campus right at Mercer County Special Services. And then last but not least, of course, the rebranding of the MHS culinary program to the Sunflower Cafe. And you'll see a great picture up in the right-hand corner with Chef Frank and one of our favorite students, Joe, who's also our Board of Education representative. All right, over the course of the next 3 slides, I'd like to just show you what goes on in each of our 3 schools. At Mercer County High School, we have 4 programs that we offer there: autism, intellectual disability severe, multiple disabilities, and emotional regulation impairment. Each of these 4 programs are supported with instructional supports as well as services and features. And at Mercer Elementary School, we offer the 4 similar programs as the high school, but we do obviously differentiate the instruction there because of the level of the students. We also offer a litany of services and features for the students attending Mercer Elementary School, grades 4 through 8. And then the Joseph F. Capella School, we offer a preschool disabilities program as well as autism, intellectual disability severe, and MD. At the Joseph F. Capella School, our preschool disabilities program offers programming to students ages 3 and 4 to local districts and outside of the community. And then we also have quite a bit of services and features that goes on there as well. In this next group of slides, I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about the programs that I mentioned in the previous slides. First is our preschool disabilities program. We're very proud. This is a full-day program that's offered to 3 and 4 years old students. And we use a lot of creative and curriculum in this program as well as dramatic play because really at that age, 3 and 4, learning the social norms is a really important part of the curriculum. As mentioned before, we offer an autism program in all 3 of our schools. ABA is the most commonly used evidence-based research that we use for our students in the autism program. We work on social skills, engaging in strategic planning for transition, having inclusive setting, social skills, and this program is extensively supported by BCBAs and RBTs, as I mentioned in a previous slide. For those of you that don't know the acronyms, BCBA is a behavior consultant, and then the other is a registered behavior therapist. In this next slide, I want to talk to you a little bit about our multiple disabilities program. As mentioned, this is offered in all 3 of our schools. In our MD program, as we refer to it, we offer a variety of math and reading teaching strategies. We do this based on state standards and the curriculum and the goals and objectives of the IEP. This program is designed to meet the needs of students who have more than one disability. In this slide, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about our severe intellectual disabilities program. This program provides intense therapy and classroom support for students with the most severe medical, cognitive, and physical needs. We adapt skills, we do activity, daily living skills, and our goal is to keep the students actively engaged throughout the school day using a wide variety of sensory experiences. And the last of our programs that I wanted to talk to you about is our behavior disabilities program, which is referred to as ERI, emotional regulation impairment. These students are meant through a comprehensive system of highly structured learning environments. They're offered job skills and data-driven programming, formal and informal instructional settings, as well as the services of BCBAs and RBTs, as well as de-escalation activities. As mentioned in previous slides, we offer a tremendous amount of related services here at Mercer County Special Services. We just wanted to highlight 4 of them for you: our physical therapy services, our speech therapy, counseling services, as well as occupational therapy. In this last slide, let's talk a little bit about the future of Mercer County Special Services School District. In 2023, we came together to develop a 5-year strategic plan. That 5-year strategic plan was made up of parents, staff members, stakeholders from the community, as well as administration and board members. And from that strategic planning, we developed 5 areas that we were going to focus on over the next 5 years. The first is staffing. The second is curriculum and instruction. The third is our facilities, infrastructure, safety, and security. Fourth is our student support services, and then fifth is our community partnerships, engagement, and communication. Each one of these 5 focus areas has been discussed in the slides that I've just presented to you, but this is something that we use as our roadmap for where we want to go in the future of Mercer County Special Services School District. And just in this last picture, it's a picture I just really enjoy the most, from my time here. I'm pictured in the middle with Patrick, who is a member of our Buildings and Grounds team, but also a graduate from our program, and he's with his supervisor, Mike. But they are really just 2 great people, and I like to use them as examples of the future of our district.